Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into something pretty cool. Turning your own personal photos into incredible AI art.
Yeah, it's this really fascinating mix, isn't it? Your memories, your pictures, meeting this, well, super advanced tech.
Exactly. It's where, your life meets algorithms.
It really is. And we've got some great material to dig into. You share that YouTube guide, right? Turn your photos into stunning AI art. The ultimate guide from AI applications.
Yep, that one. And also a really detailed markdown guide, turning your photos into stunning AI art. A comprehensive guide. Lots of info there.
For sure, both look really useful.
So our goal, our sort of mission for this deep dive, is to make sense of it all for you. We want to give you a clear, hopefully engaging look at how this works.
Right, highlighting the tools you can actually use, the main techniques.
So you can take your own photos, your holiday snaps or whatever, and actually start making some stunning AI art yourself.
Think of it like getting you started on your own AI art adventure.
Exactly, without getting totally bogged down in, super technical jargon. It's about empowerment, really.
Yeah. And this whole area where personal photos meet AI,
Hmm.
it feels like a real shift, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Suddenly, lots more people can jump into artistic expression.
it does. And maybe to get a handle on it, it helps to think about how art and tech have always kind of danced together.
That's a great point. Art history is full of it. Technology changes, art changes.
Okay, yeah. Like, think way back. Cave paintings, right? Using whatever pigments they could find.
Then, boom, the paintbrush. Suddenly, way more detail is possible.
And then photography, digital cameras,
Mm,
capturing moments instantly. Every step changes how we make art, how we see it.
exactly. And AI, well, AI is the next big step in that story.
Mhm.
These generators, with their honestly mind-bendingly complex algorithms,
Right.
they give people a totally new way to create visuals. And the key thing is you don't necessarily need years of art school or know complex software inside out.
That's huge. It really lowers the barrier, doesn't it?
Massively. It's kind of democratizing it. Like you said, more people can express ideas visually.
So it's not just for seasoned artists looking for, I don't know, new tools.
No, not at all. I mean, they could definitely find new inspiration, but it's also for complete beginners. People who maybe thought, oh, I'm not artistic. Now they can actually explore those creative sparks.
It makes it more accessible, more intuitive somehow.
That's the idea. Easier to jump in.
Okay, so maybe you're listening and thinking, all right, I want to try this. Good. Because next up, we should probably look at some specific tools, right? Beginner-friendly ones.
Yeah, let's do that. There are quite a few options out there. It can seem a bit much, but maybe we focus on three key ones to start.
Sounds good. Which ones are we thinking?
Well, based on the sources, DALL-E 2 seems like a major one, although, yeah, the Markdown guide mentions it's now DALL-E 3, the newer version.
Okay, Delhi 2 or 3. What else?
Midjourney is another popular one, and then there's Stable Diffusion. Each one works a bit differently.
Right. Let's start with daily. The YouTube guide really played up its ability to take text descriptions, prompts, they call them,
Crucial term.
and turn them into these like really realistic or sometimes totally wild images. It's like describing your dream and having it appear.
That's a pretty good analogy, actually.
Yeah.
You type in what you want, and it tries to generate it.
So the trick is being good at describing things.
Absolutely. The more detailed, the more specific your prompt, the better DALL-E understands what you're after. Think about style, colors, mood, everything.
Like you're giving instructions to an artist who takes things very literally.
Exactly. Precision helps.
Okay. What about Midjourney? You said it's different.
Yeah, the YouTube source described it as more collaborative. It happens inside Discord, the chat platform.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a community thing.
Kind of. You interact with the bot using commands, but
Yeah.
you can also use images as prompts. So you upload your photo, tell the bot what to do with it, and you see what others are making too. It
Yeah.
feels quite interactive.
Huh. Different vibe. And Stable Diffusion. The YouTube guide mentioned open source. Sounds maybe a bit more techy?
It can be. Open source means the underlying code is publicly available. People can use it, change it, build on it.
So what does that mean for, like, a regular user?
Well, often it means more control, potentially no subscription fees.
Yep.
But yeah, it might take a bit more effort to set up initially. You can actually download it and run it on your own computer.
Your own computer.
Yep. Which gives you total control, total privacy. But, and this is a key point from the Markdown guide, it does have some hardware needs.
Okay. The catch. What kind of power are we talking?
The guide recommends a pretty decent graphics card, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 or better.
Okay, that's not necessarily standard.
No. And at least 16 gigs of RAM, ideally 32, plus about 20 gigs of storage space, and a reasonably modern processor.
Right, so if I've just got a basic laptop.
Then DALL-E or Midjourney being web-based are probably much easier starting points. Stable Diffusion is powerful, but it demands more from your machine.
Gotcha. Okay, that distinction is important. Easier entry points versus more control, but more setup.
Exactly. But look, whichever tool you pick,
Yeah.
the photo you start with is super important,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The input image. Makes sense. Garbage in, garbage out.
Pretty much. You wanted a good foundation.
So what makes a good photo for this?
High resolution is definitely helpful. Sharpness, detail. Try to avoid stuff that's really blurry or have tons of digital noise, It just gives the AI less clear information to work with.
Okay, sharp and detailed. What about, like, the composition? Does the AI care how I framed the shot?
It seems to, yeah. The Markdown guide suggested strong composition in the original often leads to better AI results. Think about, rule of thirds, leading lines, clear subjects.
And cropping. Should I crop out distracting stuff?
Definitely a good idea. Focus on the main event. Get rid of clutter in the background if you can.
What about basic edits, like brightness, contrast? Should I tweak those first?
Both sources say, yeah, basic adjustments can help. A little tweak to brightness, contrast, saturation might improve things.
But don't go crazy.
Right. The YouTube guide warned against drastic changes. Might just confuse the AI. Keep it looking reasonably natural, just maybe optimized.
Okay. Photo chosen, maybe lightly edited, looking sharp. We're ready to upload. Let's walk through the process, maybe using DLA as the example like the YouTube guide did, but pull in tips from the Markdown too.
Sounds like a plan. So first things first for DALL-E 2, you need an open AI account. You might need to request access, depending on the current process.
Right, sign up, then what?
Once you're in, the interface is usually pretty clean. You're looking for a button like upload an image to edit or something similar.
Click that, pick my prepped photo.
Exactly. It uploads, you see it there. And then comes the crucial part, the text box, usually right below the image.
That's where the magic prompt goes.
That's where the magic prompt goes. And like we said, this is where you need to be specific, detailed, descriptive.
The YouTube guide was really big on this. Use descriptive words for style, colors, mood. Don't hold back. Experiment.
Yeah, and the Markdown guide calls this crafting effective prompts. Same idea. Be specific. Use rich language. Want an oil painting? Say oil painting. Want watercolor? Say watercolor. Mention artists, styles.
So not just make it arty?
Definitely not. Think more like, transform this beach photo into a synthwave landscape. Neon pinks and purples, glowing grid lines on the sand, 80s retro vibe.
Okay, I'm getting it. Way more specific. The more clues you give the AI.
The better chance it has of delivering what's in your head. It's like briefing that literal-minded artist we talked about.
All right, uploaded, prompt written, hit generate, fingers crossed. But okay, what if it's, not quite right?
Yeah, that happens. And that's where really getting good at prompts is key. Both guides stress this. It's an art in itself.
The YouTube example was good, asking for Van Gogh style, but also specifying bold strokes, vibrant colors. Those extra details matter.
They really do. And it's not about nailing it first time, is it?
No, both guides were clear.
No.
Experiment.
Totally. Try different styles. Mix things up. See what happens. Refine your prompt based on what you get back. It's iterative. You learn what works.
Okay, but say I get something that's close, pretty good, but I want to tweak it. DALL-E has ways to do that, right? The YouTube guide mentioned more advanced stuff.
Yes. And the Markdown guide calls this fine-tuning results. A big one is iteration. You get a result, you can ask for variations, or even specific edits.
Variations, like similar but different takes.
Exactly. Different compositions maybe, slightly different colors, lets you explore around the initial idea without starting over.
And the YouTube guide mentioned combining elements from different variations, like the sky from one, the foreground from another.
That's right. DALL-E often gives you tools to do that take the best bits from several tries and merge them. Really lets you hone in on the perfect image.
Cool. And then there are those other terms, in-painting and out-painting. Sounded intriguing.
Yeah, they're super useful. In-painting is basically selecting a specific area inside the image. Maybe there's a weird blob or you want to add something.
Right.
You select that area, write a prompt just for that spot, and the AI regenerates only that bit, trying to blend it in. Great for fixing things or adding details.
Okay, like a very targeted edit. And out-painting.
Outpainting is extending the image outwards, beyond the original borders.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can make a landscape wider, create a panoramic view, add crazy stuff around the edges. The AI generates new content that fits seamlessly.
So you can basically change the whole canvas size and shape after the fact.
Kind of, yeah. It lets you expand the scene. In painting, fixes or adds within. Outpainting expands outwards.
That sounds incredibly powerful. The markdown also had a few other terms, quick ones. Style weight, guidance scale. What are those about? More control?
More control, exactly.
Yeah.
These are like advanced styles. Style weight basically tells the AI how strongly it should stick to the artistic style you ask for. Higher weight means more intensely that style.
Okay. And guidance scale.
That controls how closely the AI sticks to your entire prompt. Higher scale means it follows instructions very strictly, maybe sometimes at the cost of being a bit less creative or natural looking. Lower scale gives it more freedom.
So you can play with those to fine-tune how much it mimics the style versus how much it follows the overall description.
Precisely. And it also mentioned seed values. That's basically a starting number for the randomness. Using the same seed value lets you generate similar but slightly different images, which is useful if you want variations on a theme.
Right. Lots of levers to pull for advanced users. But okay, let's bring it back a bit. This all sounds amazing, but I'm guessing it doesn't always work perfectly, especially when you're starting out.
Oh, for sure. It's important to manage expectations. The YouTube guide put it, well, think of the weird results, the hiccups, as learning moments, not failures.
Yeah. What kind of hiccups are common?
Well, sometimes the AI just plain misunderstands your prompt.
Yeah.
Generates something totally bizarre or nonsensical.
Happens to the best of us. What do you do then?
Try again. Rephrase the prompt. Be clearer, maybe simpler.
Yeah.
Break down complex ideas. Give it more context.
Makes sense. What if the image just looks low quality, lacks detail, even if you asked for realism?
Both guys had tips here. 1, start with a better quality, higher res photo if you can. 2, try adding keywords to your prompt, like high resolution, photorealistic, sharp focus, detailed. Sometimes you just need to explicitly ask for quality.
Okay. Tell the AI you want it to look good.
Basically, yeah. And honestly, the biggest piece of advice across both sources for overcoming challenges,
Let me guess. Practice.
just an experimentation,
Yeah.
exactly. The more you do it, the more you try different things, the better feel you get for how the AI thinks, how prompts work. It's a skill you build.
Right. Okay, so we've got the tools, the prep, the prompts, the fine-tuning, even the troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Let's talk big picture again. The potential. What kinds of amazing things can people actually do with this?
Oh man, this is where it gets really fun. The YouTube guide put it perfectly. The possibilities are practically limitless. You can take your photos, your memories, and just transform them. Any style you can dream up.
Yeah, the examples were great. Turning kid photos into Renaissance paintings,
Yeah.
travel pics into surrealist art.
Exactly. Reimagining your own life through completely different artistic lenses. It's incredibly creative.
And it's not just about your own photos, right?
No, absolutely not. Both sources mentioned using royalty-free stock images as a starting point, or just generate images entirely from scratch using only text prompts, no photo needed.
So you can just invent whole scenes.
Totally. The main thing is to just dive in, experiment, push your creative limits, and honestly, just have fun with it. Don't be afraid to try weird stuff.
It does feel like we're just scratching the surface. You know, the YouTube guide mentioned how fast this whole field is changing.
It is changing incredibly fast. New tools, new features, new techniques pop up constantly. So yeah, staying curious, keeping that spirit of discovery is going to be key.
Well, hopefully, if you've been listening along, you've got a much better handle now on this whole world of AI photo art. We've looked at tools, prompts, techniques.
You've basically taken your first steps.
Yeah. And the next step, the really exciting one, is for you to try it. Start your own AI art journey.
Absolutely. And remember, like any art form, it's okay to experiment. It's okay to make mistakes. They're just part of learning. Go for it.
Yeah, push those boundaries, see what happens. And, you know, the YouTube guide had a good suggestion. Share what you make.
Oh yeah, great idea. There are loads of online AI art communities now. Share your stuff, see what others are doing, learn from them. It's a great way to get inspired and improve.
Definitely. So get creating. And maybe a final thought to leave people with.
Well, it's kind of interesting to think about, isn't it? How does this ability, this ease of transforming images, how does it change how we think about photography itself?
Yeah. Like, what is a photograph anymore if it can become anything?
Right. Or what about memory? And what does it mean for the definition of art? It's a big question. What new visual stories can you tell now with these tools?
Something to definitely ponder as you start experimenting. Really fascinating stuff.